sir. Come on. Yeah, real quick. Make sure this is right real quick. Hold on real quick. Had to get on here early. Got something to do, man. Good morning, everybody, man. Today's a good day. It's Monday. Got people coming up in here to chat. What's up? Come here, let's vibe, let's talk real quick. It's Monday, Money Mondays, you know what I mean? Money Mondays. Gotta get this paper out here, man. It's out here, they print this every day. What's going on, Holly? How you doing? Good morning, beloved. How you doing? Let's go. Let's vibe up, let's chop it up in here. It's Monday, man. What's your purpose, man? What is your purpose? I'm glad you good, you know. Tell me where you from. Let me know where you at. Where you from? What's going on, Boston? Good morning. It's good, man. Let's vibe real quick, man. I got something to do. I had to come in here early, real quick. You know, I got something to do. I'm from American. I'm pretty sure. I'm talking about what state you from. I'm from American. Crazy. Yeah, you know. Hold on real quick. All right, man. Apologize, man. My bad. I had something to do real quick. All right, I'm here, man. Let's vibe. Let's go on. All right, it's gonna be a little short, you know what I mean? Oh, somebody was at my door. I had to do something real quick. You know, sorry about that. We vibing right there. But yeah, you know, I had to get something situated because, you know, I gotta make a few deliveries in my business. And it's gonna be cutting into my time frame when I usually get on the live. So I'm just gonna get on here right now until I gotta go. I ain't doing no dance. I ain't no stripper. Talking about do a dance. This ain't that. I ain't no foo-foo boy. I ain't here. I ain't no stripper. I ain't no female. I don't do no dance. I ain't Chris Brown. You on YouTube. A food delivery. Nah, I don't do no DoorDash, brother. Nah, it ain't one of them. Hell no, I don't do no DoorDash. I work for myself. I'm pretty sure you probably had a job. What, you at a job right now? That's why you need a food delivery? Come on, man. But nah, what's your purpose, though? Purpose. How many burglaries I done today? Nah, I don't know, man. Stealing? Only thing I steal is information, bruh. The information out here to make money, bruh. I definitely I don't be burglaring people. I don't be in no jail. But that's a good name for you, dirtbag. Nice joke though. Appreciate it. You know, people like you know what I mean? You're the reason why the world go around. But yeah, we just gonna, you know what I mean? Basically what was going on, man, your purpose, you know? Yeah, thank you, have a good day. A lot of y'all don't even know what y'all purpose is. Y'all just out here going with the motions. Yeah. Basically just, you know what I mean, living life until your ass die. Second, you know what I mean, just being in the way. Yeah, I need to figure it out, man. There's too much money out here to actually, you know what I mean, prosper in this world. I'm doing good. Listen, appreciate you, man. But all right. But nah, it's gonna be on here for a minute, man. I was just sitting there thinking, like, watching a few things. You just did that. Wait, you just did that. Did what? What did I do? I don't even know what is fake. What are you talking about? There's nothing fake on here. There's nothing fake about me. There's nothing fake about this live. This is a real person talking to you. I don't know what's going on. But no. I don't know what you sitting here talking. But basically, I don't know. Okay, I gotta go in a little bit. But yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, man. I'm watching a lot of people in this world. I just came from outside, man, and I just saw some people just begging, asking for change and asking for things, and I'm like, damn. I know you didn't grow up as a kid just thinking you was gonna be a bum. Like that's just crazy. I know you probably had dreams and goals that you wanted to accomplish, but you sitting here now, look at you, you on a corner begging for change, begging for food, like disgusting, you know? And, you know, some people might have like a disease or something going on, but that's why they on that corner begging or whatever. But some people are actually not messed up. They begging because they don't got no purpose. They lazy. They don't want to sit there and grind and go get no money for themselves, you know? Or they probably had a job and they got fired and their bills was too high and now they on a damn corner, you know? But I was just sitting there thinking like, dang, there was a time where when I was down and out, I could have been on that corner. I could have been begging and been messed up, you know? But the fire and desire that was in my stomach, I was like, man, I can't accept defeat like that. Like I need to know what I want to do in this world, just go get it, you know? And there's nothing that's gonna sit there and stop me from getting it. And this is one of the things that I'm like, yo, what do I really want to do? I was like, yo, I want to get on this YouTube and get, you know what I mean, make some moves, and you know what I mean, uplift people and tell them what they need to do and show them how to grind and everything, right? So I got in here and my favorite song. Hold on, I'll get back at you in a minute. And I was like, dang, man. Yeah, he just threw me off with all that though. But what's my favorite song? My favorite song is shit, bro. Damn. I Miss You by Aaron Hall, man. That's my favorite song. YouTube it. That's my favorite song. Aaron Hall, I Miss You. That's good. Yeah. But dang, I lost my train of thought. This is crazy. But damn. I was just cooking. But hold on. My purpose and all that, like, you know, what I wanted to do and everything, right? Because I was just sitting there when I was messed up. I used my time valuable, like what I really wanted to do. And I was just sitting there like, going into 2026, I'm not really going to be doing the same shit that I was doing last year. You know what I mean? I'm not going to have no fear to actually say for anything, you know? Like what's going to happen is going to happen. That's just it, you know what I mean? So that's when I really got on here and I was like, yo, I'm about to really do this YouTube and do these lives and then eventually make these videos to vibe out and show people what they could do. And I don't really care, you know, about nobody's opinion on what they got going on, you know. So I just gotta have tunnel vision. And hit that subscribe too, Holly. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I was just sitting there like, damn, there's a lot of people out here that are very talented wasting their time and thinking they got time to really chase their goals, but not knowing that time is very valuable. You know, while you sitting here working a job or doing other things that's time consuming, you ain't got time to focus on what you really want to do, you know? And that's, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Distracting. There's a lot of distractions in this world. And to top it off with, people got anxiety and fear of what they really want to do. It's actually because they don't want to get judged and, you know what I mean, ridiculed. I'm sitting there like, damn, you ain't never going to achieve your goals like that if you sitting here, you really worried about what people is doing, what people think of you, and what you, in your belief, you're not really believing like that, you know? Because I'm sitting here right now like, I'm risking it all, you know? Like I said, I got something to do later on, but it was going to cut into my time from doing this live. So I just said, forget it. I'm going to do this live first before I go outside and do what I got to do. And then, you know what I mean, start my day. Because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do my live while I'm going out there to make some money, you know? And then sit here and tell myself like, oh, I'll just come back tomorrow. Like, nah, I got to get up on here and do this live and get my reps in and talk to the people and let them know, like, there's no days off, bruh. There's literally no days off. You got to really do this. You got to want this. Like, I want this. Like, this is my purpose. This is what I really want to do. I'm doing it right now. I'm showing y'all, like, I'm me, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I really want to do. Like, I ain't no playing around. The vibes that I'm getting, like, I'm driven by power. I'm driven by success. I'm driven by determination, you know what I mean? The discipline of me just getting on here to talk to y'all and vibe and give y'all a category and topic to talk about and just doing that, you know? That's what I'm sitting here doing at all times, and there's nothing that's going to take me away from doing that regardless. Like, if I got to get on here earlier than planned, that's what I got to do. If I got to come back later on and talk, I will do that too. There's nothing that's going to stop me from doing this because this is what I want to do, you know? And that's what you got to have. You have to have that mentality for whatever you trying to do. Like, nothing should distract you. Nothing should take you away from what you want to do. Like, you got to love this shit. You got to really, this shit got to burn fire and desire in your stomach. Like, this is what I got to do. Like, I have to do this shit, and it's going to work. It's going to work because I said it's going to work. It's going to work because I'm putting the work in. It's going to work because I have the faith and the belief in this shit. It's going to work because I said so. Point blank, period. Like, that is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that's going to take me away from doing this. I don't care. I'm going to get on here and do this. You know what I mean? You have to understand, this is what you want to do. This is your job. This is your hustle. You'll get up, you know what I mean? You'll get up every day for a job and, you know what I mean, you don't really get no benefits from it besides getting money. Like, there's really, like, no growth opportunities. I had no jobs no more. There ain't no pensions. You dig what I'm saying? They trying to cut off the 401k. You know what I mean? At least with this, I'm getting up. Shit, sky's the limit on what I can do. Sky's the limit on what can happen for me. You know what I mean? And that's the excitement of doing this. You know what I mean? That is the fire of doing this. And that's the excitement of chasing your dreams and your purpose. You know what I mean? Because you sitting out here, you know what I mean, wandering the earth and just letting time go by, you know what I mean? Shit, you ain't gonna go nowhere. You just gonna die. You in the way. You know what I mean? We need you to get up out the way. You know what I mean? You the sheep. You gonna get steered and told what to do. You know what I mean? And I ain't never been no sheep. I'm a wolf. You know what I mean? I talk my talk. I walk my walk. I do what I do without no repercussions. That's what it is with me, because I know who I am. Do you? You know what I mean? Do you know who you are? A lot of y'all people don't know who you are. A lot of y'all just sitting here just think you just supposed to live and die. Hell no. No. The best thing about life is freedom. And how do you get freedom? Money. You know what I mean? There's things that give you freedom. Money and time. Those are the things that give you freedom. You know what I mean? When you got time to do what you want to do, money to buy what you want to buy and go where you want to go. You know what I mean? That's what should inspire you to make your life better. That should inspire you to chase your goals. That should inspire you to change your future. You know what I mean? And even if you are great right now, you know what I mean? Don't be content, you know what I mean? Because there's always going to be somebody behind you that's trying to get your spot. You know what I mean? You got to stay hungry like how you was when you didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going to give up my spot up from doing this right now. Like, I'm hungry. I'm going to keep being hungry because this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is what I like to do. Like, this ain't no job where I'm doing something that they're telling me to do. And I got to do it because you're paying me. You know what I mean? Nah. I got out, you know what I mean? I got out that mindset. I like wanting to do stuff when I want to do it. You know what I mean? I might want to take somebody out to eat. I might want to chill with my kid. I might want to, you know what I mean, go out of town, go see family, whatever. And you can't just do that when you work a job. You know what I mean? You got to consistently be there until you add up your hours. Like, what? Nah, I don't, you know what I mean? And then they spoon feed you on the hours that you can accumulate, you know? So that's really not what I'm on, and I don't want nobody else to really be on there. You need to find out what you can become. You know what I mean? You need to just jump out in the world without no parachute. You know what I mean? Who knows? You probably can fly. You know what I mean? That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. Like, yeah, it's been ups and downs, you know? That's the game of when you chasing and fighting for your own independence. You know what I mean? There's ups and downs in it, but it's only gonna make me better, you know what I mean? I'm taking my war wounds, I'm taking my lumps, I'm taking it, you know what I mean? And realizing that what's gonna get me better. Because you're not gonna sit there and really learn something and get better while you're getting told what to do. You know? You're not. It's not gonna work. It's never worked. When you working a job and getting told what to do is gonna better yourself. Realistically. It's a band-aid, you know what I mean? That's what a job is, really, like a band-aid, temporary relief, you know, temporary help, you know? It never benefits you and gets you where you really want to go. You know what I mean? If you're stuck there, you know what I mean? It can, pardon me, it can help you a little bit, you know what I mean, by stacking up the capital and then you doing your research and then you're going on and using that capital to jump off into your own lane and do your own business, you know? Yeah, if you're moving like that. But some people don't even be moving like that. Some people just move around with just working, paying bills, hanging out, working, paying bills, you know what I mean, buying stuff, whatever, you know, and that's not how it's supposed to do. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta reinvest into yourself. You know what I mean? We gotta bring that back. Like, you gotta invest in yourself. You know what I mean? Accumulate the information in the world, take it and use it, and, you know what I mean? Prosper. Like, you really gotta do that, you know, because times are getting scary out here. There's really, like, no jobs. Like, them shits are scarce. Like, they're really getting rid of the jobs. Like, you need to really, I'm telling somebody, people that are watching this, yo, if you do got a job, or if you got your day off, or if you don't got a job, you know what I mean, turn your phone off after this live, you know what I mean, meditate, you know what I mean, chill out real quick, and then get busy and find a business that you can get into and grind, man, and get to it, you know, like, that's what you really need to do. Like, turn your phone on, get off them apps, and find something that you can do to make money and grind, you know, because they're really getting rid of people. They don't want people no more. Like, The owners of companies, they on some I want the money, 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 like Mr. Krabs type shit from SpongeBob. Like they want the money just for themselves. If they can figure out how to cut corners and cut ties with people and where they don't have to pay you and they still make the same amount of money, they're gonna do that. That's the part of business. You know what I mean? That's the part of business. And all they're gonna, you know what I mean? And you're gonna be sitting there mad and bitter at somebody else because they doing business. It ain't really personal. It's really just business. You know what I mean? It's capital. It's capitalism. That's what it is. You know? And you need to figure that out. You need to find out how to get what the amount of money that you need to take care of your family, your circle, and prosper. And it's not going to benefit by sitting there, you accumulating and giving your time to somebody else. They using you for your resources. They absorbing your energy. Where how the hell you gonna sit here? Like realistically, right? Some people got the energy, right, to work a job, multiple jobs, and still do other things on the side. But majority of people are not cut from that cloth. They can't do multiple things. So they're, you know what I mean? They're tired. So I'm telling you, fuck that job. Chasing what you want to do and go hard at it like how you would go hard at it as a worker for somebody else. But you working for yourself. You know what I mean? When you working for yourself, you can't sit there and be on the game all day or hanging out with people all day. You know what I mean? You gotta get to it. Do research. You know what I mean? You gotta spend about 12 to 16 hours maybe, you know what I mean, on your business, you know what I mean, in the early beginning until you get it on autopilot where it's just functioning and making money depending on what you want to do, you know what I mean? You have to do that at first. It's never easy in the beginning. It's always tough, you know what I mean? But there's light at the end of every tunnel, you know what I mean? If you sitting there busting your ass, you know what I mean? You got to do that, you know what I mean? And also, when you start your own business, you know what I mean, you got to work out. You got to eat the right foods, you know what I mean? You got to be healthy. You got to sit there and, you know what I mean, be in tune with your body and make sure it's working properly when you sitting there becoming a robot for yourself to actually get the grind and get this money, you know what I mean? You gotta take care of yourself, you know what I mean? First. Take care of yourself first, then take care of your family. You know what I mean? Get your mind right first, then take care of your family. Cause you know what's best for your family. You know what they need. You know you know what I mean, what type of life you want to give yourself and your family. And you're not gonna get that at no job. You know what I mean? I be walking past, pardon me, you know what I mean, certain restaurants and they talking about now hiring. I look at the pay, $13 an hour, $14 an hour, 15, 16. How the fuck am I going to use that and pay bills? So I got to what? I'm going to probably need about 2, 3 of them things to kind of live decent, just to live decent. You know what I mean? And not even counting like emergency stuff that can happen where, you know what I mean, you know, you got a car, your tire break, you know what I mean, get a flat, your car break down, whatever, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things, man, that can happen and set you back from when you working a job, bruh. And all I'm saying, if you ain't got no job, don't be trying to look for no job, bruh. Figure out how to make a business. If you got a job, figure out how to get up out of that job. You know, figure out how to get up out of that job. Use their money and take it somewhere where you can prosper from it. You know what I mean? They tell you that all the time, like, you know, except you actually, you know what I mean, doing it. Like you should use your main hustle to support your side hustle until the side hustle gets big enough to take care of everything. You know what I mean? That's one of the key ways to do things too. Like, you know what I mean? Because you might just can't quit your job because, you know what I mean, you the key person to take care of everything. You know what I mean? But your family, whatever. So I understand that logic. You know what I mean? I wouldn't tell you to do that. But If you like a kid watching this and you ain't got no job at all, man, you got hell of time to figure out what you want to do. And you know what I mean? And if you got the right people around you, they'll sit there and help you, you know what I mean? Support your dreams and then grind it out, you know what I mean? Like, there's always a way, to make things happen, So that's what I really would tell people to do. Don't be out here. If you a kid, don't work no job. The job market is through. It's done. It's only going to get worse. You know what I mean? By the time you get around my age, which I'm, you know what I mean, I'm like at unk status and shit, it's gonna be cooked. Inflation is going up, you know what I mean? You can't support the same things with the same money from 20 years ago. You can't do that at all, you know? We getting taxed and oppressed in a land that's free. You know what I mean? Think about that. That's just the craziest thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like hundreds of years ago, bro. It wasn't like this. You can actually just go outside and be like, yo, I'm going to live here, and you chop the wood down and you build a house and you take care of your family, and then you go outside and hunt for food and clothes and all that. Man, them times is through. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's real life crazy. We need to, you know what I mean? That's how you gotta survive now in this world. You gotta have an entrepreneur spirit and have a side business or to turn into a main business to take care of your family, bro. That's the real of the real. You know what I mean? You're not gonna make it at no job. I seen some shit, right, where a dude was working a job, right? He was killing them on the overtime, like killing them, getting hella money, like, right? Boom, you know what I mean? Double pay, triple pay, and all that, right? The managers and all of them found out how much money he was get. They cut that shit short immediately, like, hell no. You know? And he knew that was gonna happen, but he kind of didn't. But he was like kind of hot, like, because I was like, damn, I'm working the shift that don't nobody want to work, but the company like, hell no, you costing us too much money for us to pay you. So it doesn't even kind of benefit you to be like a great worker at a job, you know what I mean? Because if you're a great worker for yourself, or let's say all that money that you doing, all that work you putting in, it's going to benefit you. But when you putting all that, like, jobs want great workers, but they don't want to pay you for being a great worker. You know what I mean? So you got to understand that. It's not benefiting the man. It's not benefiting the person at all working no job. Because even when you sitting there showing loyalty to them, they're not loyal to you. You working hard and making sure that this business is shining, and they ain't giving you no raises. They not giving you no benefits. Some jobs might, but not really. You know what I mean? They want all that money for themselves, man. That's it, that's all. You know what I mean? And they want you to sit there and basically live there, work there 24 hours a day, and then come home and then get back up, and then if you late, you get rid of. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Let's be for real. It's crazy. But it's not going to benefit you at all. But I'm telling you right now, I'm about to get off in a minute, but I'm telling you right now, you need to figure it out. You need to you need to, you know what I mean? You need to bank on yourself. You need to bet on your future, man. Bet on yourself. Because you know what you can do. But if you also a weak ass person, I mean, I understand that too. You weak. You know what I mean? But I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that's strong-minded like me, that believe that they can make it happen because they know deep down in their heart who they are. You know what I mean? I'm talking to them people. All you weak motherfuckers, you know what I mean? I ain't talking to y'all. You know you weak. We know you weak. You gonna be on us, you know what I mean? We just gonna pass you around. You just gonna be sitting there looking confused on watching the world go by and just be complaining. while the people like me and like-minded is out here prospering and doing what we want to do, you know? But yeah, I'm not talking to y'all, but yeah, to the people that's out here that got a job and you think about starting a business, do it. I don't care what it is, do it. You don't got the capital, figure it out and do it regardless. Try it, you know what I mean? Do a side hustle that can make you that capital that you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta make a business, right? And then sell that business to get, and then create and use that money from that business to create another business, you know what I mean? Do it like that. You gotta flip, you know what I mean? Do it like that, you know? There's always things to make money out here, man. Sell plates, I mean, shovel snow, you know, mow lawns, you know what I mean? Whatever, man. There's ways to make money. So until you get to the business that you want to support, the business that you want to get into, man. So there's many things you can get into, you know? That's the real of the real. You just being scared and you being lazy, but mainly you scared. What if it doesn't work? What? Man, who cares? If my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle, man. You know what I mean? I don't live with ifs. I live with, you know what I mean? I don't live with ifs. It is what it is, you know what I mean? It's what I control. It's what I believe in, you know what I mean? If you believe in God, right? You believe in God, believe in yourself. Simple. You know what I mean? If you believe in God, believe in yourself. That's it. You know what I mean? Find the God in you. Well, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be all religious and all that, but you know what I mean? Find God in you and watch things prosper. Watch things get right. You know what I mean? There's plenty of things that I sat there and thought about. You know what I mean? And I have faith in God, so it ended up working. You know? Of course, I put the work in too. You know what I mean? Without work, you know what I mean? There's no faith, you know? But I just didn't sit there and think it was gonna happen out of nowhere. But no, I believed in myself and I ended up doing it. You know what I mean? Because I believed it could be done. That's the thing. There's nothing that I'm sitting here doing that I don't believe that it could be done, especially if I know you. If I seen somebody that, you know what I mean? There's plenty of people that's from my city. I'm from Minnesota, Minneapolis, that's become successful. So there's nothing that I can sit there and think about like, oh man, I can't become, like, hell no. There's plenty of people in my city that I know of, seen, or whatever that's came from my city that's successful. A lot. You know what I mean? So that drives me alone. You know what I mean? That drives me alone. I'm talking about from basketball players, football players, actors, you know what I mean, businesses, whatever. It's nothing but motivation outside of my city, you know what I mean? And if you don't have that, you know what I mean, look outside your city, you know what I mean? Maybe you need to get up out of your city and make stuff happen, you know what I mean? But luckily where I'm at, there's inspiration everywhere, you know, besides being on YouTube or watching TV and movies, you know what I mean? There's real life inspiration and light in my city. So I use that. That burns, you know what I mean, the fire in me to be like, damn, if that person did it and they from my city, they walk these same streets, I can do it. All I gotta do is find out what lane I wanna get in and get in it and go hard at it and grind hard in it and believe in it. That's it. Find the lane that you wanna be in and work that lane, work that move, you know what I mean? Life's like a highway. Find the lane that fits you and bust your move. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all on that right side, that slow lane. Nah, man. Move over to that fast lane. I promise you. You know what I mean? If you believe, if you say who you say you are, you gonna shine. You know what I mean? This is the time. This is 2026. It's sink or swim. This the year for y'all, man. This the year of the hustlers, man. If y'all really who y'all are, man. There's a lot of things going on, you know what I mean? Like, look, you know what I mean? ICE is out here snatching people, right? and this is off topic but on topic, you know what I mean? A lot of them people probably got businesses. You know what I mean? Take them over. You know what I mean? Just look, man. I'm trying to tell you, there's a lot of things in this world, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of opportunities, man. Look for it. And go at it, man. Don't go at it half-assed, man. Go at it full throttle. You know what I mean? Do your best. You know what I mean? Do your best. Don't go at none of this shit half-assed. We still in the beginning of the year. It's only January. You know what I mean? Factory reset. We're at the top of the year. Things can go right for you. You got 11 more months, but you got to start today. Start today. Figure out what you want to do and get to it. Stop playing around. Stop hanging out with people that ain't trying to become shit. Stop messing with that girl or that dude who don't believe in you. Stop being around family who don't believe in you. Cut off all that negative energy and non-support. You know, you become everything that you become what you want somebody else to be for you. You know what I mean? You don't have money, go get that money. You know what I mean? Become that life jacket for yourself. You know what I mean? Become what, you know what I mean, what you looking for. You know, that should drive you alone. That should drive you alone. That's what you need to do. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna sit here and be like, hey, I know you want to chase your dreams, you know what I mean? I'm willing to support you and be an investor. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that at all. You know? Don't nobody want somebody to do better than the next man. Don't nobody want that. A lot of people talk that like, yeah, you know, I want, man, yeah, I'm cool, yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to support. And some do, but majority don't. They don't want to see nobody do better than them. It's just that crabs in the bucket mentality. You know what I mean? Me, if I tell you that I want you to do good, I'm telling you I genuinely want you to do good. I love seeing people, especially if I know you, do good. That means that shit can be done. That's what it means to me, that it can be done. You know? So there's no hateful thoughts in my mind when I tell you something. I really believe this, and I'm telling you this. This ain't me. This ain't no fabrication. I'm telling you the truth. I really mean it. But I'm about to get off here in a little bit. I'm gonna lay here and go. I got 15 seconds to go. You know what I mean? I'm sorry that this was a early live. It's gonna end early, you know what I mean? But I gotta go, you know what I mean? Like I said, support my dreams. Go ahead and make this money. But I love y'all. I might come back on here later. I don't really know. But I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. It's Monday, meaning it's the beginning of the week, meaning you can make something happen this week. You know what I mean? I love y'all. This is Danilo. I'm gone.